Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is the Movie Dungeon. I am your host, Dwayne, the flyest nerd you know. Today we're going to be talking about X-Men '97, Season 2, Episode 6. So this is going to get into it. Starting off, we have Charles still struggling to, the loss of Magneto. At the point to he's using the Danger Room to relive that moment that he lost Magneto in. I think this is when I first saw this and saw that he was using it, I knew something was gonna happen. It's AI. It's that time. It's 2026. Everybody's using AI in their storylines. I was like, I can see where this is going from a mile away. And they went down that road. But continuing though. But him doing that made the Danger Room evolve. It made it learn faster, understood that Charles is trying to overcome a threat, and it became a major threat to overcome. So it did its part, but at the same time, thanks Charles. Right? Moving back, Polaris, she decides to come back to the X-Men team after she pretty much got dropped by the X Factor. That's cool. She's welcome. Her powers is great. She has ties to the X-Men right now. And it was just a matter of time. I'm still waiting to see what's going to happen with the X Factor team. Hopefully they get dealt with. They're annoying. They're just annoying. They're definitely going to have more conflict by the come at the end of this episode with they have a propose to, threaten Charles's plan. So we'll see. I know they're going to come back, but fuck, man, why? But anyway, the Danger Room becoming an actual killing robot because of Charles. I got to talk about that a little bit more because I'm so tired of Charles being in the fucking center of everything and shit going haywire. It's always Charles. It's always Charles. His intentions are fine. His intentions are great. But fuck, does he fuck up and create some shit? I don't understand what's going on. Just stick to teaching these kids, because every time you try to teach somebody to be great, to overcome their fear, it works all the time. He can do that. He's power persuasion shit. But him trying to motherfucking actually intervene with some shit, stop it. Like I said about him, being good with others, the moment he has with Polaris or Paralis, whatever her name is, was great. Them sitting down talking about that she has a problem being her Magneto's daughter, which again I did not know watching this. I was like, what the fuck? All I know is Quicksilver, and I know Scarlet Witch to be his kid. So when I heard about this, threw me all the way back. But everybody else probably knows but me, so that's just my fault. But yeah, I like those little moments that they had, reflecting and all that stuff. Magneto's a good guy. Woo. I liked all of that. One thing I did like for sure was the only thing that Charles does right was that when they were fighting, he accesses the memories of Magneto into his daughters, and I thought that was nice. I like moments like that. Being a dad myself, I like little subtle moments like that. So I'm glad that came back into fruition. All the things we saw, it just made me think, damn, like Magneto's really gone for right now. And anyway, so with that, being said, she used that to access her full powers, and she ended up fucking up this robot. Pretty much she was the only one who could fuck it up, because the Danger Room was so used to everybody's moves, it was whooping everybody's ass in like 2 seconds, right? Sending somebody there, flying this dude through here, whooping everybody's ass, right? So she was pretty only one that was like the Danger Room was unfamiliar with. So yeah, she won that fight pretty easily, in my opinion. Charles did but build an X Corps, a little corporation for the X-Men and all that stuff. It'd be crazy if all the X teams that are out there converge into this one thing. That would be interesting. I wouldn't necessarily like that, but that would be interesting. Pretty much continuing what Magneto wanted on Genosha, and having like a bigger safe haven for all and more mutants now that the X-Men are outlawed and all that stuff. But like I said, the X Factor team has a little problem with that, so they're going to try to do the legal way and try to stop them that way. So that creates a little conflict in that. Needless to say, when they were in that little tower, the X Corps, I think I'm coming down with something. They set out a round table, and I thought that imagery was perfect. I love round tables for superheroes, teams, just in general. You know, they have it in the Justice League. And so seeing this right here, I was like, damn, I can't wait to see everybody right there in their little fits and all that shit. Like, that shit's gonna be tight. So I can't wait for that. And I know that's what they're setting up, you know. So, and I love the way their outfits were, their little jackets they had in this one. I was fucking with it. But I guess technically the very end, Apocalypse did it. The moment we've been waiting for. He resurrected Gambit. Damn. Now, I kind of feel like, we all kind of feel like this was going to happen. I thought it was just cool how it happened, the way it looked. All his playing cards turned into like those magic reading cards, you know, those little fortune cards. So his powers are like different. I like that they show that visually. It's crazy. I know he's going to be badass. Like, when the whole team finds out and sees this shit, they're about to lose their marbles. Especially Rogue. Her little cheating ass. So, but yeah, what did you think about the episode? And who else do you think Apocalypse is going to turn into his horseman? I personally think it's going to be Magneto next. The writing's on the wall for it. Again, Rogue, I don't know how you gonna feel about that. Two of your dudes, horsemen, good luck. You know what I mean? But that's all we have it for today. This is the Movie Dungeon. I'm Dwayne, the Flyest Nerd you know. Peace.